Looking at the devastation here in Yogyakarta, it's little surprise that many are asking how and why such a tragedy could occur. Nearly 6,000 are dead and thousands more homeless. Science says this happened because Indonesia lies near unstable tectonic plates. But for many Javanese, mystical explanations abound.
This is the kitchen.
Kitchen, yeah.
Harry Suratal lost 4 relatives in the earthquake and his home is no longer habitable. He sees this earthquake as part of a disturbing pattern.
Gempa bumi yang sedahsyat ini baru kali ini. Kalau dulu-dulunya memang banyak terjadi, tapi nggak sedahsyat yang sekarang ini. Nah ini sebetulnya mulai tahun 2004 atau 2005 itu mulai banyak bencana.
Harry is Muslim, but also a believer in Javanese mysticism. He thinks the string of recent natural disasters, including the Boxing Day tsunami, could be because the current Indonesian president doesn't have something called wahyu.
Jadi wahyu itu sebetulnya izin, kalau kita orang Jawa itu izin dari dewa. Katakanlah wahyu. Kalau misalnya satu daerah atau satu negara dipimpin oleh seorang yang tidak punya wahyu, turunan wahyu, itu sepandai apapun alam dalam negara itu tidak akan tenang. Jadi
like many in Yogyakarta, Harry and his family now live and sleep outside because they're worried about another earthquake. And they're not the only ones in Java connecting natural disasters to mystical beliefs.
Dan seminggu sebelum kejadian, banyak saksi yang mendengar saya mengatakan bahwa 1 minggu lagi Jogja akan hujan tangis dan hujan darah.
Gembong Danuningrat is a well-known mystic or paranormal in Yogyakarta who says he predicted the earthquake.
Di mana gempa ini terjadi kalau secara mistis, karena banyak orang-orang di Jawa sudah melupakan tata cara adatnya. Mereka sudah melupakan spiritual secara Jawanya. Misalnya, upacara-upacara tertentu sudah tidak ditiadakan.
Gembong says that rituals are needed to prevent further disaster in Yogyakarta. In particular, to stop the danger posed by Mount Merapi, an active volcano to the north of the city. Choosing a day when the official danger level has been dropped from extreme to moderate, I head up the volcano with Gembong the paranormal.
This is Merapi. Look, Merapi.
Cloud and smoke stop a clear view of Merapi's peak, a volcano that is feared but also revered.
Jiwa orang Jawa sebetulnya seperti Gunung Merapi yang setiap saat mempunyai satu semangat yang luar biasa. Ya. Dia aktif, dia mempunyai semangat yang luar biasa, tapi terpendam semangatnya.
At his retreat on the side of the volcano, Gembong and his students are preparing to conduct an important ceremony. He believes he can placate the volcano through prayer and ritual, as he's done in the past.
Meletusnya meletus, yang bisa saya cegah bencananya. Jadi saya memprediksi Merapi itu seminggu yang lalu Merapi meletus besar sekali kan. Itu saya sudah ngomong banyak orang. Merapi 2 hari lagi meletus besar sekali, tapi tidak ada korban. Karena arah angin kita arahkan ke sana, kita berdoa untuk arahkan ke sana.
Javanese mysticism is based on traditions that predate Islam and Hinduism, when people worship the spirits of the natural world.
La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah.
While Islam is now the dominant religion in Java, many have never given up the traditions of animism. Javanese mysticism sits comfortably alongside many people's Islamic beliefs.
Kita memohon untuk keselamatan agar bencana-bencana alam, baik gempa bumi maupun gunung berapi, tidak akan menimpa masyarakat kita.
After praying to Allah, Gembong puts energy into food that will be offered up to Mount Merapi.
La ilaha illallah, la ilaha illallah.
After the ritual, Gembong demonstrates the powerful energy he says he and his followers can create.
Keras sekali nih, Mas. Ya. Ya.
Suddenly, Gembong hears some worrying news via a safety radio.
Mas, Merapi meledak sekali nih. Look, meledak besar sekali nggak?
What's happening?
This is seismograph.
Seismic.
Ini, look.
Let's go. Let's go.
It's the big.
Yeah.
Any plans to deliver the blessed food up to Merapi are abandoned as we all race down the mountain.
Yeah, it's getting hot. Now let's hope the car doesn't break down. What's happening? What's happening?
Meledaknya keras ini pada evakuasi,
Okay.
pada lari semua.
Even though we're heading down the hill now, the air temperature is still rising pretty rapidly, and there's a fine dust that's starting to come down.
Hundreds of villagers are fleeing into evacuation centres. The biggest danger comes from the clouds of poisonous gas belching from the volcano. Out of the danger zone, we stop for a closer look at Merapi. This is one of the biggest eruptions this year. We later learn that 2 people were killed. Gembong the Paranormal says this won't be the last of Merapi's eruptions. Back in Yogyakarta, I meet Rustanto. Despite living in the middle of the earthquake zone, his home was virtually untouched by the disaster.
Ya, itu adalah berkah tersendiri dari Tuhan ya. Berkah sendiri dari Tuhan. Saya diberi keselamatan.
Rustanto is Christian and also a deep believer in mysticism. He and his family strictly observe ancient Javanese traditions, such as religious days and rituals.
Sesaat kami lupa pada ajaranmu hingga tenggelam dalam kegelapan, diterjang badai gempa bumi.
Like Gembong and many others, he believes this tragedy occurred because too many Javanese have forgotten these traditions.
Pelajaran bahwa orang-orang yang sekarang itu sudah meninggalkan budaya semula, budaya yang dibikin oleh nenek moyang kita adalah budaya yang baik tujuannya. Orang-orang sekarang sudah lupa itu.
But like many in Java, Rustanto also places blame at the feet of their leaders. The Royal Palace here in Yogyakarta is seen as the heart of Javanese culture and also the centre of spiritual power. The current Sultan, Hamengkubuwono X, is meant to be the guardian of these powers, but word on the street is that he's neglecting Javanese culture and focusing too much on modernity. He recently built a department store over an ancestral site. Rustanto believes the highly revered goddess of the South Seas is angry with the Sultan.
Ya, itu jelas. Ratu Kidul marah sekali karena yang terakhir ini, ya, yang sekarang ini, saya tidak mengatakan yang ke-10, tapi yang sekarang ini itu sudah lupa kepada yang kemarin saya katakan adalah kepada kaulonya yang kecil, kaulonya yang menderita. Itu pokoknya kalau orang sudah tidak mau memperhatikan, ya namanya lupa.
The Sultan, Hamengkubuwono X, rejects the charge that he's been negligent.
Biarpun saya juga pemangku kultural, tapi yang namanya kultur, ya, itu kan tidak statis. Kultur itu tetap berkembang sesuai dengan perkembangan zaman karena juga terjadi regenerasi. Saya tidak mau kalau saya berpikir 100 tahun yang lalu, karena saya lahir sekarang. Saya juga menatap masa depan ke arah modernisasi.
The Sultan is well aware that some hold him responsible for the earthquake.
Ya kan? Tapi bagi saya tidak ada korelasi dan sangat tendensius kalau ada yang mengatakan bahwa gempa ini terjadi, ya, karena pemahaman yang meninggalkan kultur itu hubungannya, ya kan, dengan berdirinya Plaza Ambarukmo. Bagi saya itu impossible gitu.
While the Sultan bristles at suggestions that he's somehow to blame for all of this, it's par for the course in Indonesia, where mysticism is frequently used to attack political figures.
Di Jawa ini setiap akan terjadi satu kejadian perubahan politik maupun perubahan suatu pimpinan, itu akan selalu dimulai dengan tanda-tanda alam, ya. Kerusakan gempa, banjir, hama penyakit, dan penyakit.
Even in the nation's capital, Jakarta, such arguments have currency. The string of natural disasters is being used against Indonesian President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, or SBY. Permadi is a Member of Parliament and the one-time spiritual advisor to former President Megawati Sukarno Putri.
Sejak pertama kali SBY dilantik menjadi presiden, bencana-bencana, kecelakaan-kecelakaan, penyakit-penyakit, itu keluar semua. Padahal kalau SBY mau saja melihat bahwa seluruh unsur alam sudah bergerak. Pertama, angin. Di Indonesia ini angin ini sudah bergolak. Ada angin topan, angin lesus, puting beliung, dan lain sebagainya. Unsur api, kebakaran terjadi di seluruh Indonesia. Pabrik-pabrik, hutan, rumah, pasar, mal, itu sudah terjadi kebakaran di mana-mana. Tanah, gempa bumi, tanah longsor, terjadi di mana-mana. Kemudian air, banjir, tsunami, juga sudah terjadi di mana-mana. Tapi SBY tidak menyadari hal ini. Mungkin hati kecilnya menyadari.
Permadi is a political rival of the president, so it's perhaps not surprising that he's attacking him. Purwadi Hum is an expert in Javanese mysticism. He's written dozens of books on the subject. A believer himself, he says superficial mysticism is used to score political points.
Ya, mengeksploitasi kesengsaraan, bencana, musibah itu dieksploitasi untuk menyalahkan, alat untuk menyalahkan, padahal itu di luar kemampuan penguasa, namanya gempa.
These days, Purwadi is spending time away from his books, helping villagers rebuild from the earthquake. He says that ancient forecasts did predict that these years would be dark and turbulent ones for Indonesia.
Maka sebuah dalil ramalan yang mengatakan akan begini, itu bisa diobati begini. Bencana bisa diantisipasi, kerusakan bisa dihindari, termasuk sebuah ramalan. Ya. Maka orang Jawa disinopsiskan dengan anjuran eling lan waspada. Eling lan waspada itu obat yang mujarab. Orang itu harus ingat dan waspada.
While the Javanese are being asked to be alert, the same could also be asked of their government. Last week, a tsunami killed another 500 in Java, sweeping past safety buoys that failed to alert people to what was coming. In the absence of sound official advice, many anxious Javanese will no doubt continue to look towards their mystics.
Nanti ada tanda-tanda alam kerusakan, banjir,